forecasting rain today, but it hasn't happened. So I've decided to take the opportunity to go up to the Slipper Lake lookout. And it looks like I might be rewarded with a bit of color in the hills. Well, there's some color over there. We did have a lot of rain yesterday, so it may be muddy in places on this trail. Hopefully I can get around all the muddy holes. Fingers crossed. It's a nice walking temperature today. There's cooling breezes, so very good. I can have long pants and a sweatshirt today. Very nice. This is one of the things I love about hiking in the fall, is being able to not get overheated. That trail off to my right takes you to the lake shore, which, depending on how soon I get down from the lookout, I may head over there afterwards. But right now the goal is to get up to the top of the hill and overlook the lake. So this is the route I'm taking. The birch trees are starting to get a little yellow, which is beautiful. Nothing like a beautiful yellow birch leaf against a clear blue sky. For color, beautiful. Still quite a bit of green in here. It's about 1:30, so getting it a little bit earlier than I have been. The last few hikes have been quite late in the day, so different light coming through the woods now. Up we go. Up, up, up. Some lovely birch trees in here. Few bracket fungi on this tree. Well, I got to the lookout trail faster than I thought I was going to get here. I guess I wasn't taking very many pictures along the route. So the white trail takes off onto a blue trail to where the lookout is. And I think I mentioned before, the first time I found this lookout, I cried. I was so happy to find something so beautiful in the place where I live. because I really didn't expect this from Elliott Lake. I mean, I knew Elliott Lake had a lot of beautiful, colorful hills, but I really didn't know that it was crisscrossed by so many hiking trails. And having hiked for the last 20 years, mostly for the last 20 years, so much that I really do love a hiking trail. The blue markers become absent, and then there's these orange tags on the trees when you get closer to the top of the hill. So then you got to watch out for those to lead you, because the trail is not clear underfoot, especially with all these leaves on the ground. You wouldn't be able to tell, other than maybe where the sun is, which way to go. And then it switches from that pinky orangey color to yellow. It's the yellow. Now, for somebody who's new to this trail, I suppose, back there when that last yellow one was, you might get yourself a little confused in here. I'm going in the direction I would normally go because I've been on this trail a couple of times, but like there's a pink ribbon over there. With, I think, a yellow one above it. And then there's a bit of an orange one over here. So, be observant. Sounds like a bush plane flying over the lake. And again, I'm not seeing any ribbons, but I'm going this route because I know that big rock right there needs to stay on my left. But you can't really tell by the ground that there's a trail here. So I can sort of see some lake water through the brush over there too. There's the edge. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't being kept up by anybody, I don't think. I don't think anybody's maintaining the trail much in here. Which I suppose cuts down some traffic. I had to come back over to this section. That trail was so poorly marked that I was ending up in a spot that really wouldn't let me go any further, so I had to turn around and come back over. So I found where the trail takes me out to the lookout. she is. Beautiful Slipper Lake. And finally I get here when the sun isn't in my camera lens. So many times I get here too late in the day and then the sun is directly across the lake and it's hard to take pictures when the sun is shining right in your lens. Is that not lovely? What a perfect day for this. Absolutely gorgeous. From that spot to look out over the valley and the lake, there's another little spot up in here. From here you can really get a good view of the valley trees, the hillsides. Interestingly, I can still hear things going on in town, like some machinery backing up. You can hear the beep when they back up a truck. And just below me here, there's a crevice right there. So it's about 2 o'clock now. I just checked the camera clock, and so it didn't take me half an hour even to get up here from about where my vehicle was parked. It is possible for me to reach this lookout from the back of my house. There's a trail through the bush, and I've used that trek before, but because it had rained so heavily yesterday, I figured it was going to be maybe mucky in spots, so I decided to come this route. I came through a little bit of brush there to get over to this spot. Yeah, there's some nice red ones down in the valley. Somebody's got a chair without a seat up here. So now I will head back into the bush and go down to the lake shore, since I've got plenty of time. And it's such a beautiful day for walking along the shore of Slipper Lake. Back into the bush. Quite a bit of color right here. It's nice. Oh, look at that beautiful red up there. Isn't that pretty? Lovely, lovely. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Just super, super delicious eye candy. And it's not fattening. If I had come from my house walking, I would have come down that path there. And it would have probably taken about 45 minutes to get here from my house, just walking on foot. So I saved a bit of time using the Jeep today, just so I could enjoy more of the area, like along the shoreline of Slipper Lake. And I'll be there probably in the next 15 minutes. So it's all downhill to the shoreline, which is nice. This is very easy walking now. I've never come across a bear on this particular trail. And when I was on Facebook last night, I was looking at some photography by Northern Photography of Elliott Lake, and there was a picture of a bear on the Deer Trail touring route. And a couple of us remarked that in all the time we've driven up that road, and it's been 14 years or more since I started driving up there, and every year, I've seen plenty of bear on that road. I have yet to see a deer on the road, so I think they should maybe change the name of the road to Bear Trail instead of Deer Trail. I think I've mentioned before, since moving up to Elliott Lake 6 years ago, that I don't see deer here at all, ever. If they're around, they're certainly good at hiding in the bush. Still plenty of leaves available to turn color yet. Not even close to the peak of color, I don't believe. Maybe next week. Usually around the end of September, the color's pretty decent. So we've gotten to the stretch of fir trees, the little corridor here of fir trees, and just after that is the trail that heads down to the shoreline. I've stepped off that trail just to take in this pretty little spot here in the bush. There's a lot of lovely leaves to look at. But I want to go to the lakeshore, so... And there's a trail sign here, so somebody's marked a trail in here. But it doesn't look like much of a trail from where I was standing, so I've never been in there. I'll have to try that out sometime. So here we go. To the right, heads back to where I've parked my Jeep on just off of Washington Crescent. And this heads to the shore. Now, when you get to this point, and you look over there to where the trail leads, it looks like you're headed for the land of milk and honey. So pretty. I cannot think of any corridor, man-made, that can compete with the beauty of that. No amount of gold leaf or paint will ever produce a scene as lovely as that. Gorgeous. And here I am underneath it. Lovely, lovely. And now that I've come out from the woods, you can see the color in here. And we have arrived at the shore. There's a plane going overhead. Little jet from the airport, I guess. Probably a charter flight of some sort. Some muddy section here. Beautiful Slipper Lake. I thought I saw a loon out there swimming, but it went under the water, so maybe it'll come closer to the shore and I can get a picture or video. About 10 to 3 now. Getting a little hungry. I think I'll eat my snack. I think that's a loon. Pretty sure that's a loon. The needles underfoot are very cushiony, which is nice. Easier on the feet. Yeah, I'm heading back now. Very pretty in here. We just cannot fault this day in any way.